Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do my version of an Indian curry. And this is for my friend Odile, who lives in Clifton, Connemara. And she has this great guest house. Look, Carmore. Look at that, isn't that lovely? There's a web address there, look. Go and have a look. Great place to stay if you're in Clifton. Guarantee it. I stayed there recently. Okay, so when I cook, I usually have a beer. And I'm going to have a French beer, Kronenbourg 1664. Okay? The other thing I should say here is that there might be some interference during this video because I have my kids here. There's one of them there, glued to the television behind me. Look, there's Sean, look. Here he comes on his rollerblades, oh no. Hey Sean.
What's up?
What's up? I don't know, you tell me what's up. Okay, there's the cooker, so that's what I'm going to be using. And at the end of the video I'll put the recipe up and you can see. So it's very easy, so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm going to do it quite fast. I'm just going to lay the stuff out. I do it in three sort of sections. I do the chicken first, I do the onions and garlic next, and then I add all the other stuff in and I cook it away. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so this is how much onion and garlic I'm using for 4 people. Okay, and this is 4 chicken breasts chopped up, ready to go. So here's the 2 herbs I'm going to use with the chicken. Curcuma and cumin. Curcuma, that's French. In English that would be called turmeric. Now you got to watch the curcuma because it's a yellow powder and it stains your clothes. Now if it gets onto the cooking surface, it will stain it as well, but that wears away after 24 hours. But maybe it'll stay on your clothes. So I use an apron when I'm cooking this stuff. And this is Katie and Sean. Hello Katie. Katie's a great cook. She made cookies yesterday and the other day she made us hamburgers, didn't you? Okay, we're going to start here with the chicken. Phase 1 of the operation. I put a bit of oil. I'm using this one here, look, whatever that is in English. Works quite well. Some sort of sunflower oil or something. So, put in your chicken. Here we are. Okay, and then I get my curcuma. Put the old curcuma here. And we get a shot of that. There we go. And we throw in some of that. Like so. There we go. Good dose of it. Then I also put in a bit of cumin, looks like so. You see that? Yeah. Bit of cumin. Okay, not too hot, but you want it hot enough to brown the chicken a bit. See now we stir that in, look, and you see what's happening here. So, we'll come back to this in a little while. Now you can see how that is sizzling away nicely. It's got a great colour, look. Those herbs give it a lovely colour. It's cooking really nicely, the chicken is browning. And while that's been cooking, I've been chopping the onions and the garlic. There they are there, look. Ready to go once the chicken's done. And in fact that chicken is just about done now, in fact, so I can take that off now. By the way, I have a plate on the side here to put the cooking utensils so the yellow stuff doesn't stain the countertop. Otherwise, you're in big trouble. So, the chicken is cooked. I've transferred it to this saucepan here. That's the main cooking saucepan. Now I'm going to do phase 2, which is the onions, garlic and the paste. So I put a bit more oil. People say, oh, why don't you use olive oil? I actually find olive oil sometimes gives a taste of olives that you don't want. So I'm not using olive oil. I'm just using this, what is this oil? Sunflower, I think. Okay, good bit of that in there. And now I use my paste. There's the paste I'm using, tikka masala paste. There's lots of pastes around. This one is medium, it's got two little heat things on it. Should be okay. I think this is the one I used in Clifton, by the way. Now all that stuff that I used in Clifton, you can buy in the local supermarket. So now what I do is I get, it says that this is for 8 people. Now I'm only using 4. I'm cooking for 4, so therefore I want half of this, isn't it? So let's take out half of that, and we cook it in the oil, you see. Now if you were standing in this room now, you could smell the flavors coming off this stuff. It's really, really nice. And that's enough, I don't want too much. Okay, so you stir that around. I'm going to use this one here. You just stir it around, and what you're doing here is, in a way, that you're sort of cooking the paste. And you only do this now for you know, a couple of minutes, like that. Let it sizzle away there, just long enough for me to go and have some more of my Kronenberg 1664. Now, we're going to put the onions and garlic in. Okay, just put it all in there. There we are. Stir it around and cook that just for about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll just get it going here, and then we leave it and we come back when it's finished. Now when that's finished cooking, so the onions will soften up nicely, and when it's done, 4 or 5 minutes, we then just add all that in there with the chicken, and then we proceed to phase 3, the final phase. Okay, so there I've got the chicken, the onions and garlic, the paste, and the curcuma and cumin. Now I'll add the rest of the ingredients. First thing, 2 tins of tomatoes. Okay, I'm cooking for 4 people. I'm using 2 tins of pulped tomatoes. Now, if you're cooking for more, you need to adjust. Okay, so put 2 of those in, and the next thing I put in is this small little container of coconut milk. Okay. In fact, this is 200 milliliters. So I think that should be enough for 4. You don't want too much. At the same time, it makes it very nice. Okay? Next thing I put in are some sultanas. Sultanas are very nice, and what happens is that you put them in and they absorb the liquid and they swell up and they're really juicy and lovely. So I would put in maybe, let's see, maybe about, for 4 people, probably about that many. Okay? Okay, maybe a few more. There. Okay, the last thing I'm going to put in now is a bit of fresh coriander. Now I've discovered that fresh coriander is much nicer when you put it in when the cooking is finished, or even put it on the plates. Sprinkle it over the dish when you serve it. However, I will put a bit in the cooking because it gives it a bit of green, and it just gives it a nice bit of taste there, you know. Okay, this is optional. You don't have to add this. I'm adding some red chilies because I want it really hot. That paste would probably be hot enough for your taste, but the first time you do it, if it's not hot enough, the next time you do it, put some of this stuff in and it'll be lovely. Or even fresh chilies, in fact. Just get some fresh chilies. I'm just going to put this in. I don't want to kill anybody, but at the same time. There. Okay, so now we just stir this around, and you'll see everything just blends in nicely now. Gets a nice colour. And that's about it. I'm done with this. I'm finished. You could add salt and pepper if you want to season it, but the paste has that seasoning in there already, so I'm not sure you want to add more salt and pepper to it. But again, it's a question of taste, you know. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that simmer away. Now, you could simmer this for about 30 minutes. What will happen is that it will reduce and the liquid will evaporate. So you could add a little bit of water to it. Otherwise, you don't want it to get too dry, you know. So I'll just add a bit of water there, look. So after about 30 minutes, you're done, you're finished. You can eat it. Finish cooking. Okay? Okay, so what are you going to have with your curry? I usually have chutneys like this one here from Patak's. This is a very well-known one here, Sherwood's mango chutney, really nice. Other thing you can have, which is also very nice, is this this jar of cool mint raita. Now all that is natural yogurt and chopped cucumber and some mint leaves. So you could make it yourself. Get the recipe off the internet, and it's really nice. I'm lazy, so I'm using this one. Okay, talking about lazy, one thing you gotta have is Poppadoms. Okay, now you can buy these in Clifton in the supermarket. That they're readily available. You can microwave these. You put 2 of them in side by side, and you microwave them for 1 minute at full power, and they're nice. However, if you go to the trouble of following the instructions here to fry them, they're much nicer. Now of course, again, I'm lazy, so I'm using these ones here, which are ready to eat, and these have been fried already. Now these are hard enough to get. You won't get these in every supermarket, so it's worth your while though, you know, going for some Poppadoms. It's really Indian, and they go really well with it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I cook my rice. Now, I can guarantee you, people kill each other over how you should cook rice. Oh no, you do it this way. No, you do it that way. No, you do it the other way. There's more than one way to cook rice, okay? And no way is correct, except mine. So here we go. Pour in the rice, okay? Boiling water, pour it in, and cook it until it's 2/3 cooked. Not fully cooked, but 2/3 cooked. And we'll come back to that now in a minute. And by the way, there is my curry simmering away in the background, look. Improving all the time, all those flavors. Yum yum. Okay, let's check the rice. Now you can see, look. You can see that rice, it's not fully cooked. You can taste it and it's still, you know, a bit hard. But it's about 2/3, 3/4 cooked. So all I'm going to do is take the rice off. Yeah. Strain it out. Whoops, might get steam in the camera lens. Okay? And literally take the rice, put it back in again. So all the rice is in there, look. It's not fully cooked, but that's now dry. Put the tight fitting lid on it, like that. Turn off the gas. And that's it, you just leave that. And that will finish cooking really nicely. And it will still be hot in half an hour. Now, this is ready to eat. But maybe the guests aren't quite ready. Maybe you're finishing the champagne, something like that. You know, so that will sit there quite happily and finish cooking, and you don't have to worry about it. And it'll be good, it'll keep hot for, you know, at least half an hour. It's an Indian dish, it's very easy to cook. You're using a paste, fair enough. However, I mean, you don't just get all the ingredients and throw them into a big pot. I mean, I do it in 3 stages, and each stage cooks one bit of it and then another bit, and then you end up with the final product. And that's what makes it nice. So it's an easy recipe. All those ingredients you can get in the supermarkets in Ireland, in Clifton, and I get them here in France. So, you know, we're good. At the end of the video, you'll see the recipe. So pause the video and write down what you need and go off and do some shopping. Okay? Bon appetit. And there we go, the finished product. My assistant is just going to put some coriander on there, you see. Finish it off. And there you go. Bon appetit. Enjoy.